Let's pause for a moment. I'd like to ask each of you here, when you saw the pictures of the kids in these detention facilities, when you saw the father, that little girl, drowned in the Rio Grande, and if you didn't feel shame, pain, if you weren't appalled by these pictures, then something is dead or dying in your hearts and in the heart of America. We have a conscience of, we have a crisis of conscience in our country, and I'm happy to stand here with my colleagues to support this bill, because how can we call ourselves a nation that calls to people like me to come to our country to seek a better life? How can we call ourselves that beacon of hope and freedom and to countenance these kinds of conditions in our facilities? This is a bill that needs to pass. You know, many of us have been to the border. I have been. I was with Jeff Merkley, and we visited Dilley, Carnes, Tornillo. The conditions were bad enough when we went there. They're even worse now. This bill needs to pass. We need your help. Let the American people know what's happening in our own country. You know, I know that Senator Durbin and I, we have been to the immigration court. I visited an immigration court in Maryland to see little kids who don't have lawyers. How is a 3-year-old expected to deal with an immigration procedure where they have no understanding? And this is why one of the provisions, one of the many provisions in this bill will require that minors have lawyers throughout the immigration proceedings. So I just want to say to all of you and to the American people, we better look to our hearts, because if we do not, then we are doing so much damage to our country that it will be hard for us to recover. It will be hard for us to be that beacon, that light, that shining light that calls to people to come to our country for a better life. I thank my colleagues.